So hey there guys, what is good? Tino here, welcome to the channel if you're new. Today's video is sponsored by Higgsfield. Alright, so I don't have access to my normal camera today, but I'm still able to make this video using a feature called motion control on Higgsfield. It basically allows you to upload any of your pictures and then start controlling them almost like an avatar, which is pretty cool. It's quite insane how far things have gotten. The frame I uploaded is from an old video that I never finished. All I had to do was to upload a 30-second video of myself, and Higgsfield did the rest, which really has me questioning whether or not I need to appear on camera anymore. If I'm able to create a almost lifelike avatar that matches my emotions as I speak, looks almost perfect always, the lighting's always great, and obviously they don't have to be restricted to the location I am, so they can literally be anywhere. In fact, the avatar can be anything, which opens up a whole world of creativity. Alright, so this is my first time using Higgsfield and I've been messing around with some of the features. They've just released a new cinema tool, which we'll get to in a second. But like I've just mentioned, within a few minutes I was able to create an avatar that looks like me by only uploading 20 images. So like you've seen in the beginning, I could take that avatar and then use it with the motion control tool, which for me is the best use case for this type of tool. If you're a content creator, for some reason you can't be on camera, I feel like this is a really good alternative to just doing voiceovers without any visuals. But I have a feeling a lot more people will be using it for this type of thing, trying to tell stories. Maybe you have a concept in your head that you want to visualize, you have a quick comic, anime, novel that you're writing, whatever it is. The Cinema Studio basically gives you the ability to make high-end visuals. So you might have seen some videos like this, where people take popular animation series and then turn them into hyper-real, cinematic movie trailers. You can do that on your own stuff, so again, if you have a story that you want to tell in any way, the Cinema Studio basically allows you to take any script that you have and put it on the big screen. So they have this little guide on their website on the best way to use the Cinema Studio, which I've been following. So step one is to basically start with a little script that you want to turn into a high-end video. Luckily for me, I have something in the bag already. I've had this concept for a story in the back of my head for a while, and with the help of ChatGPT, I've sort of fleshed it out over a couple of months. I haven't really done much with it, but it would be cool to see if I can take one of these scenes that I've managed to create with ChatGPT and then visualize it. So the scene itself is quite simple. It just has our main character. He sits on an armchair and basically powers up. That's all I'm going to say for now. I was able to generate some concept images using OpenAI's image generator. You can also access that here in Higgsfield. If you're starting from scratch, you don't have any images that you've generated in the past, you can basically type your prompts here. But me, I had a few images already generated. I took some of those images and basically made a character on Higgsfield. So I uploaded all of the images that I had, put them into this character called Noah. I paired that character with a concept image that I had already, and a really awesome feature that Higgsfield has, which allows you to do stuff like this. So you take one image and then you can create multiple shots of the scene. So in the description of the scene that I gave you before, a character walks up to a chair and sits in it, and I guess this is what it should look like when he sits in it. So this is the second step. In that scene, I uploaded the empty chair as well, and a cool visual for what he looks like when he starts powering up. So just 3 images. Now the extra shots you get from Higgsfield, you can use them as sort of like B-roll to fill in the gaps. I'm not a director, but you can imagine some of these shots being used as filler B-roll to just highlight certain parts of the scene. Alright, so back in this studio, straight off the bat, this was one of the first videos that it was able to generate, which is pretty nice, pretty sweet. Very cinematic. The main selling point for the Cinema Studio is this right here, the ability to basically build your camera rig. So if you know your cameras, if you know your lenses, you'll be able to select specific body types, lenses, focal lengths, basically dial in the look that you want. Once you're happy with that, you can do previs. So pre-visualization, basically what I've just showed you, generating images that fit within the scene that you're trying to create. Those images have not been transformed into videos yet, so it gives you a way to create your scene in a low pressure environment before you fully commit to the videos that you generate. And finally, once you're happy, you can hit the generate button in the video area. You can also direct how the camera moves if you wanted to do a specific type of motion. And once you generate, you should have something that looks like what I'm showing you. And obviously, it's up to you to take those videos and start editing them together in a way that looks very nice. Alright, so Higgsfield has way more features than the ones that I've shown so far, all made with the goal of leveling the creative playing field, basically allowing anyone to have an entire film studio. If you're a creative, this is a seriously overpowered tool that can help you fully realize whatever project that you're working on. Whether you just need some extra shots to fill in to videos that you've shot in real life, or you're a writer and you've developed a full treatment and you want to visualize it. I feel like we hear it all the time, how in the movie industry, the big studios are only making remakes, or when they do make something new, they stick to a tried and tested formula that we all know and sort of expect at this point. They can't really afford to take the risk on weirder concepts that might be good but can't really guarantee return on investment. It's a situation that's led to most of the movies coming out these days being a bit boring. I have a feeling AI tools like these are going to play a part in changing all of that by basically allowing anyone with a decent idea to go out and make it with little to no friction. The motion control and cinema studio features are extremely powerful. I feel like when people start to really take them seriously, we are going to have a wave of great new unique stories. Right now, there is a bit of stigma around AI generated videos because they can be a bit wacky and it's still quite a novel thing to have right now. But when the dust settles and we all get used to them in a few years, hopefully, I think even actors will warm up to them. Simply because in the same way that we warmed up to CGI, tools like motion control still allow the actor to express themselves. And at the same time, they have the ability to be more characters if they wish to, or just be themselves and give more editorial control to directors and people who handle everything in post. Alright guys, that is it for today. Thank you for staying up all the way until the end. If you have managed to do so, please consider liking or subscribing. Be sure to check out Higgsfield if any of this was interesting to you, and see you in the next one. Peace.